Hey everyone, welcome to today's session of IBK Hangout. I guess it's Carl Hovelson here, along with Thomas Marguccio, and we've got Stephen Hurst, and we have Joanne Brownlee on here today. And if anybody else joins, well, we'll have them too. Okay, we're going to talk about a few things today. We want to make sure that everybody is marketing their IBK consistently and properly out there. Okay. We want to make sure that you're not just selling, that you're actually providing value that's out there in everything that you're doing, okay? Now, I'm going to announce today, now this is strictly for my team, okay? It's not open to all IBK people, so if some of you that are listening to this are just within IBK, I'm sorry, this is specifically for my team. No, I'm not trying to cross-recruit you. We are where you are, and that's that. Okay. This is just something that I'm offering for my team, and I do have 3 of my team members that are on here. And although depending on if I can broker more, I may offer that out to IBK as a whole. But at this point, it's pretty much restrictive to my team. Now, the reason I'm mentioning it on here today is because this is my hangout. A lot of my team members are on here, and a lot of my team members are watching today. Okay, and oh, hey, Suzanne, and we got Suzanne with us as well here today. So, what I'm going to be announcing here today, and because all my team has been asking me about this, and I just want to make sure that they know about this. So, again, strictly for my team only at this time, I have brokered with a specific individual, which I can't discuss on here, but social media traffic for 99 days for $5. Okay? Now, this is going to be available to, again, my team for IBK. And the only way you can get this traffic is by telling the person when you're buying it a certain thing, which I won't release on here. Okay, you will have to contact me directly, and that's my team, to get that. And I know who my team is, so if you're not on my team and trying to get it, I'll know. Okay. So, but this is some real serious traffic. I've been using this, getting awesome results with it. I've got so many people contacting me now through Facebook and LinkedIn and Pinterest and stuff like that, because this is where all this traffic's coming from, saying that they've seen some of my advertising out there and want to know more about what's going on. Now, I've had people that have been following me now for months on end, and everybody who's on this panel here, you're all posting on a regular basis because I'm watching all your stuff, and I'm sure many of you out there that aren't in here, I'm watching your stuff too, because if you're connected to me as a friend, I actually see all your stuff across my timeline, okay? And this is what I need you to be very, very well aware of. When you're posting every single day and you're consistent with it, you are going to create a following. You may not even know it's there, but you're creating it. Oh, hang on. I got someone trying to phone me. Just give me a second. Okay, so, what was I saying?
Oh, you've got a following.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's creating a following out there. Geez, see what happens when I get distracted?
We're here to keep you on track, Carl.
Yeah, so, what? Oh. Just give me a sec. I'm on a hangout. I can't talk. Sorry. Bye. There you go.
Start with that.
Yeah, so got to do it, right? So now you're creating a following, and here's an example. I just had a lady text me today on Facebook saying that she has been doing research for 2 months on IBK and has been following me and watching my videos and everything. I had no clue that she was doing this, and now she wants to come on board.
Wow.
Another gentleman just 15 minutes ago texted me who I've known for years and has worked with me in the past for years, has now just come to me saying, can I please have your link for IBK? I want to get into it now. Okay? And again, I have no clue. I thought this guy was off doing a whole bunch of other stuff. I haven't heard from this guy in almost a year, right? So here I am, you know, all of a sudden giving out my link to people that have been following me. So when you were consistent, because I know like Suzanne and Joanne and Stephen and Tom are consistent. I know a lot of you out there are consistent too, because I see your stuff. You know, like Leigh Davis and who are some of the other ones I'm seeing out there? I can't even think now. Lindsay. I'm seeing a lot of you guys out there that are coming across my timeline because you connected with me on Facebook, so I'm seeing your stuff. So if you're not making any sales now, be very, very patient and do not stop being consistent, because these people are going to come in. You know, I've had as many as 7 sales in one day come in from people that have been following me. And the reason they're following you, everyone, is because they want to see if you're stable and staying put, or whether you're going to jump to something else the next week. Because nobody wants to put down $200 and find out that their sponsor has jumped ship. Okay? Nobody wants to do that. I don't do that. I watch everything I get into, I watch it cautiously. Okay? On everything I do to find out if my sponsor or the owner, whoever it is I join with, is consistently and stable in promoting this thing on a regular basis. And I'll watch that for weeks before I make any kind of move. Billy Brady, who owns IBK, all of you should know that by now, okay, started this company up sometime in January, February, I believe, okay? He contacted me then to tell me about his program. I said no, okay? I said no back then because I needed to know if it was going to go. So I watched him from January, February, and I didn't come on board until April 14th. So what does that tell you? Okay? I watch things just like everybody else does. So, and this is another thing why I kind of feel sorry for people, because they sit there and they get involved in a program, and after 2 weeks they don't make a sound. They go, oh, this thing's no good. It's a scam or something. I just got scammed of my money. It's not that you got scammed. It's that you gave up on it. Okay? And, you know, I did a video today. Maybe some of you watched it. I was pissed off today, and I did this video today because I get tired of people calling things a scam when they don't even know what the hell a scam is. Okay? Here's a scam. This is what a scam is. A scam is any kind of business opportunity that starts up that does not have a legitimate product or a legitimate compensation plan where the owner walks away with the money and nobody else does. Okay? That's a scam. When you get duped out of your money, you receive nothing in return for it, and there's no way to get your money back. Okay? That's a scam. Now, is IBK a scam? Because people have been saying, is it a scam? Okay, here I'm going to tell you. IBK is a single product direct sales product. Okay? When you pay your $197, you pay a $150 fee to the referring agent, whoever sent you the link, and then you pay a $47 admin fee to the company that gives you access to the software, to the training, and the support system that's in there. Okay? The moment you do, you go in and you download your software. The software goes straight to your desktop. It does work. It must work. It's made me over $14,000 since April 14th. So I would say yes, it works. And even further than that, it's actually being integrated into another company as a recommended marketing tool, okay, that I'm a part of. Okay? That company would never do that if the product was not a viable product. Now, if you're involved in any kind of business out there, or have been involved in, I don't know, 15 businesses in the last 3 months, I don't know, right? Like some people like to jump because they don't think things work. Here's another thing I need to let you all know, okay? And most people don't know how to do due diligence properly, okay? So the first thing you need to do is you need to go to, you know, what is domain? What is your domain, I think it is, or I can't remember what the link is. I'll try and find it for everybody. You go there and you check to see on there. You can go to alexa.com as well. You can go in there. You can research the domains, find out who the register is, where it's registered, all that kind of stuff. You can find all that information. Who is? Okay. And so you can go and you can find all that information. That's one of the first things you need to do. Then you need to research the ownership of that company. Find out what their track record is. Okay? Find out if they've owned multiple companies that have gone to the wayside. That's the other thing you need to do. Okay? So a lot of people don't do that. Okay? And you can research them on social media. You can do every social media has a footprint of everybody who's on there. If they have a Facebook page or a LinkedIn page or a Pinterest page, there's a footprint there that you will find that doesn't get erased. And you can find all that. Okay? So you need to go and you need to do your research on that. There's footprints of me all over the internet. You can go research me and find out my background on everything. Okay? So be free to go and do that. Okay? And the other big thing you need to do is you need to research to find out if you're going to get the support. Okay? Mentorship, and I will tell you day in and day out that you need to have mentorship in anything you do. The reason most people fail in anything online is because they're never shown what they need to do. The average business that starts up today, okay, that you'll find on the internet, the majority of the owners are not networkers. Okay? Some of them have never done network marketing, but they've put together a package. It's what we call a business in a box. You can buy it for about $700 online. Okay? It comes with a basic comp plan and then a list of products that you can go out and add in as a giveaway or whatever to make the program legal. Okay? So what you have to make sure is that you have an actual viable product that you actually receive for your money. So if it's an ebook, make sure you can download that ebook and open up that ebook and that ebook. Once you've done that, that's it. If there's no refunds on that, that owner does not have to give you a refund because you have already taken the product. Okay? It's like going to the store and buying a O. Henry bar. And you go and you eat the O. Henry bar and you go back to the store and give them the wrapper and say, you know what, I didn't like this chocolate bar, I want a refund. Is that going to happen? No. Not at my store, it's not. Okay? Unless you've upchucked it all into a cup or something, then maybe I might have to do that. But the point is that if I'm going to get my product, I want my product back. I don't care what form or shape it's in. If I'm going to give you a refund, I better get it back. And that means you can no longer possess that. Now with digital products, that's an impossibility because those can be copied. So once a digital download is done, that's it. Sale is final, no refunds, you've received your product. The company knows that you've actually done the download, okay? Because they're notified through their system in the back office that you've gone in and downloaded that product. So you've received the product. Now, if you can't resell that product to make money, that's not the company's problem. That's your problem. Now, the company in most cases will provide capture pages, ad copy, and that sort of thing for you to go out and market the products. What they probably don't have, which I blame most companies out there for, is they don't have the training to show you how to market that ad copy and that out there. That's what's lacking in most companies that's out there. Okay? So, you know, this is where people say they've been misled. They've been, you know what, in a lot of cases, if someone's ever been misled in a program, it's not the company. You know who it is? Can any of you answer that? Do you know who causes the misleading in all business online?
Who, the affiliate?
The affiliates.
The buyer.
The affiliates. You see, people get so desperate online that they will pretty much say anything to make a sale. You know, guaranteed sign-ups, guaranteed this, I'll do the work for you, whatever it is. If they're not prepared to do that, that's a misleading line. But that's the affiliate. That's not the company. Okay? If the company's saying that, that's a different story. You know, there are some businesses out there where they say, we guarantee you 4 signups. Well, maybe they have a system that has you in a rotator system that will give you these signups. Now, if you're going to get involved in a company like that, find out what the time frame is, because there may not be a time frame on that. They may say, well, we guarantee you 4 signups. We don't know when. It could be 4 years from now. I don't know. You see, if they don't have a time limit on that, then they're actually going by the law, within the law, on everything that they're offering, because they're not giving a time frame. But if they give you a time frame, then they have to make sure they do that. If not, then that's a misleading accusation that you can put against them. Okay? So I just need to make some things clear, and this is why maybe a lot of people are not making sales out there, is because that you're not actually taught what you need to do. Now, a lot of you might know, and if you don't know this yet, I have made training for IBK that I've made for my own team. And Billy Brady has actually, he asked me if he could put it in the back office. So it is actually in the back office under the traffic section, where I show you exactly what to do with ad copy, exactly how to advertise it out there, how to do it in social media. I share everything that I do to make the money I do with my team. Whether they take that information and go and do anything with it, that's out of my control. Okay? But it's there. And it's in the back office for anybody in IBK to use, including my traffic resources, except for the one I just mentioned earlier on this Hangout. So, now what I want to do is, I want to open it up to the panel members, okay? I want you guys to let me know what your thoughts are on what I've covered here, on, you know, maybe some of the experiences you have. You know, have you come to a realization that when you joined a company and you didn't make money from it, and maybe at some time you called it a scam, I don't know, but have come to realize that you actually scammed yourself out of the money rather than being scammed out of the money, okay? Now, maybe there was a circumstance that actually happened. There's so few companies that actually scam on the internet, okay, that I've seen anyways. You know, there might be some fly-by-night things that are coming up with affiliate products or something really quick, and that goes, I don't know. But company-wise, very few of them go out there because they go and they do these big launches. And when they do the big launches, they get recognition out there. And when that recognition happens, then their names are known. And then they're easily to be tracked. So if they go and try and rip somebody off, they're going to get caught because they're leaving a digital footprint. Okay? So let's start with Tom. Tom, let's, you know, give me some insight, because I've known you for a long time.
Yeah. I want to go into this. First of all, about products that are being sold on the market, as far as resale rights and as far as anything, what you can do with them. Usually in the beginning, when you buy an ebook or buy some kind of digital product, the term of service will let you know up front, or it should let you know up front, whether you have resale rights, master resale rights, and just what you can do with it, because those are very important categories that you should be aware of when you actually buy a product. So, you know, that's the caveat emptor, let the buyer beware. When you go into a program, that you should know in advance what you can do, if you can just use it, read it, or if you can sell it. So that's important. We've gone through all of them. And now, as far as the scam and a product that does not work, and I'm not going to mention any names, but if a product gets you put in jail, Facebook jail, and does the wrong thing, I'm wondering, could you consider that a scam? And
no.
You know which one I'm talking about. I will not mention it here on this Hangout.
No, not a scam. Not a scam. See, here's, like, for instance, IBK. We have our auto poster, okay? Our auto poster, if used properly, you will never, ever be put in Facebook jail, ever. The problem with posters that people use when they have these things, because there's lots of them out there, okay, they abuse it. They post too many times a day, too frequently. They're abusing that, and what they're doing is they're abusing Facebook's guidelines. That's what gets them put in jail, okay? The software is working, because if they got put in Facebook jail, that means that they use the software to do that. So that means the software worked, okay? Right. What it is that people get to a point of being too damn greedy out there and think that they got to pile all their information in there and spam the hell out of groups and stuff like that. That's not going to make them sales. That's going to piss everybody off. And Facebook is the first one that's going to take, now you're going to jail, you're going to sit behind those bars for 2 weeks, and you're going to think about what you did.
Right.
If you come out again, and we do it again, you're going to go there for 4 to 6 weeks. And you're going to think one more time. If you do it again after that, we're going to completely delete your account, mark your IP, and you will never get an account on Facebook again. That's because it was abuse. Okay?
Appreciate that, and I think that
that's the difference.
With here, you do with the training in IBK is such that it helps you prevent that from occurring. We are trained in IBK, and anyone who joins will be trained in how to avoid Facebook jail and to do the proper posting, amount, and timing, and everything. It's all included in the program. So that's what's great about IBK, and that's why I'm happy to be here. And you know, that's my experience. But again, be aware if you get into any program that you know what you're getting into before you get into it.
You just have to be ethical. That's all. You know, ethical and respect everybody else. You know, if you don't want people spamming your timeline, you know, they need to be respectful of your timeline. Because you got to remember, when you're posting in groups, they're going to get a notification on their timeline. If they turn it off, then that won't happen, but they're still going to get in their mail. So you're still spamming them in a way, okay? So you need to be respectful of people. You know, once a day is plenty enough for people to see your message, because in most cases, people go through their mail and they see all this stuff. I do. I skim through my mail every day, right? I get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them in there, but I still skim them to see who's posting. And I'll, you know, I'll occasionally click on one and see what they did. You know, I could go onto Facebook and do it, but, you know, wherever I am, if I'm in my mail, I'll look at it. If I'm on my Facebook, I'll look at it there. It's just all about respect, people. That's all that it is. Stephen, let's go over to you. What are your thoughts?
There, I had to get unmuted.
There you go.
No, everything that you said today is true, truest can be. It's just, you know, it's up to us. It's up to us how we post, how we do it. I mean, the poster's working. The poster works great. But it's up to us to maintain it and police it and do it correctly according to Facebook rules. To go from there.
There you go. You see, and again, just be respectful of it. And you know, I keep updating my training all the time. So you know, if you're not going through it, you know, you might want to go through it and just see, because I do add to that training all the time. Sometimes I'll change the ad copy in there because again, Facebook changes all the time, and you need to be on top of that at all times. Okay, and a lot of you, this is another thing, if you're having trouble with sales on there, it might be because you're posting the same thing every day, okay? People will see that, and you know, if they don't see you changing things up, they'll see that you're maybe in a slump, okay? You want to become a storyteller, and I mean, I've said this right from the beginning a long time ago. Be a storyteller. Tell people your journey. And that's how I make the sales I do, because people are watching me throughout my journey and seeing what I'm doing. You know, I went there from July 31st to August 14th, 2 weeks. I went without a sale in IBK. Now, why do you think that happened? Can anybody answer that?
Just a slump.
That's a little bit more to that.
Well, because you didn't change your copy.
Nope, wasn't that.
All right.
Anybody else?
Well, vacations.
There you go. In North America, this is vacation time.
Yeah.
July and August are the two slowest months of the year for all of us in network marketing, because the majority of marketers online that are consistently active online are North Americans. Okay? Then it'll go over to, and then you'll see Europe. Europe right now kind of runs on the same time of thing as us, because your summertime is basically the same as us. The only time it's different is when you get into the other hemisphere, like down in the African states. I think maybe, I'm not sure about Australia. They might be in a different time zone. I know, like, for instance, right now in South Africa, it's winter, okay, where it's summer here, okay? So in the southern hemisphere, I think it's winter months down there, versus summer months up here in the northern hemisphere. Okay. In Australia, I'm not sure. Maybe half and half, because the island might be in half in the south and half in the north.
Australia is on opposite seasons from us. So when it's summer here, it's winter down there.
Okay, so there you go. You see? So it's a little bit different down there, okay, in those areas. But when you look at North America, and that goes over to Europe, they're all in their summer months, because we have the summer and winter months all the same, right? Other than just, you know, a 7-hour time difference, right? But we're all in the same type of seasons. So I'm correct, right, Suzanne? You're in Scotland, right? Okay, so there you go. So that has a lot to do with it, because people are vacationing this time of year, okay? They're also vacationing down in Australia because it's winter down there. So they're doing that time down there too, and same thing in South Africa and all the other southern countries down there. So, you know, even in the wintertime there, it gets, you know, a little bit colder, and they even go to a warmer climate, like maybe down to the Bahamas or something. Who knows where they go? But, you know, it kind of affects, July and August basically affect everybody in this industry. And what's funny, though, that the marketing season starts right around September 1st. Okay, September 1st to September 8th, right around in there. It's just when the kids are all getting ready to go back to school. All the parents now are looking to recover all the money they spent over the summer. They're also got some very big holidays coming up. Okay, we've got Thanksgiving coming up. We've got Christmas coming up. Okay, you know, what else is there? There's another vacation, another holiday in there. I don't know. There's 3 of them. I can't remember which one it is. But I don't know. You can even throw Halloween in there. For crying out loud.
Thanksgiving.
Labor Day.
Which one?
Labor Day in September.
Labor Day, September, right?
Thanksgiving in November.
Yeah, yeah. See, and we have our Thanksgiving in October.
Right.
So you know, and that's why we get the better turkeys up here, because the leftover turkeys we just
right.
we just tell, go walk down there. Everybody's waiting for you. Just walk down across the border, right? So you guys don't get the big plump ones. We have them all up here. We've already taken those, so you guys get all the mediocre ones. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
See, it's because of that long walk. They were plump, and then they walk all the way down there, and they're skinny by the time they get there, right? So,
Right.
if they're not frisked at the border. So, but you know, but no, this is the one thing that you want to be excited about now is that we're now going into or getting ready for the start of the marketing season, and that's from September to about mid-November. Okay. Then it'll start to slow down a little bit because everybody's now going on a bit of a spending spree and getting ready for, you know, Thanksgiving and Christmas, right? And then right around the 26th, 27th of December, it kicks in again till about March. Okay? So we've got 2 really strong little seasons that are within the first 6 months, or the next 6 months, I should say. Okay, so this is something you should be excited about. I mean, I've made as much as $60,000 in 2.5 months from October to the middle of December. Okay, because it's high-end marketing season, and you know, one of my best years, which was about 3 years ago, I did almost $65,000 in 2.5 months. Okay, that can happen. It can happen in any business. So be ready for that. And this is why, you know, we like to get everybody prepped, at least I do here in my team, and anybody else who wants to listen in IBK, that we want you to be consistent and be even more consistent now more than ever, because the moment you drop off, whoever's being consistent is going to pick that up. Okay? That's why I tell everybody, I love the competition, because I'll compete against any single one of you guys. And the moment one of you drop off, I'm right there to pick up the slack. Okay? And I'm not kidding you. You know? I don't want that to come across as a threat, but that's just, I am a threat online. In anything that I do, in any business that I'm in, I am a threat to your business. If you slack off, I'm going to pick up that slack. Okay? Because I'm a very aggressive marketer. So all I can do is teach you to be as aggressive as me. And that keeps me on my toes. I don't want to sit back do 1 hour work a day and then kick in and start taking half your sales. I wouldn't mind, but that's not what I want to do. I want to see each and every one of you start making money. Anybody on this panel or anybody who's listening to this, to make $5,000 a month in IBK is a walk in the park. Okay? That's not a lot of sales, you guys. That's 30, 40 sales. That's not a lot of sales. When you consider there's, I don't know, a 500 million marketers online, that's a walk in the park, right? And all these people need our product. They need our product to cut down time in what they're doing. Because I don't know how many people I talk to online that are working 8 to 10 hours a day and maybe making a sale every month. I work maybe 10 hours a month, maybe, and I make between 3,000 and 5,000 or more a month. Okay, it's all about working smart, not hard. And I never miss a day. You will see me posting every single day. If you're connected to me, you know I'm posting every day, and I'll spread it out. We talked about this. Depending on what I'm doing, I'll either put it between 12 and 40 or 50 seconds in the intervals, or I'll stretch it out over 2 or 3 minutes if I want to hit different time zones. Okay? Like I do that on the weekends, because I'll start it up in the morning and I'll let it run for 3 or 4 hours. And it'll run. And that way I hit different time zones and stuff, right? I am not going to be wanting to hit just one place. It's like if you sent an email out first thing in the morning to somebody. If they're not checking their email first thing in the morning, there's a good chance they won't read your email. They won't see it. Okay? When they come home at night, they won't see your email. So that's how you got to think. You got to think about being able to space yourself out, and when you're doing it, and when you're spacing yourself out in intervals as well, it's also going to show Facebook that you're not just a quick poster. You're taking your time and you're doing everything out there.
Another thing,
Be natural about it.
Carl, so another thing I want to add to that is that if you're aware you're posting during the day and after a few hours, change up the interval. Like if you start off at 2 minutes or minute and a half, then change the number to maybe 70 seconds or 90 seconds or 80 or 60, and this way it shows Facebook that it's not being auto-posted and that you're varying it, and it also speeds up the process as well. So you can make the changes as needed.
On the fly. Yep. You can do that on the fly. So
Right.
Thanks for bringing that up, Tom.
No problem.
So the one thing though that you really want to do, and again I do watch everybody's stuff, whether you're part of my team or whether you're part of somebody else's team like Alicia or Lindsay's or something like that. I see everybody's stuff out there because I'm constantly watching. Am I online all day long? No, I'm not online all day long. A lot of you guys know what I do in the afternoon. I take 2 to 3 hours off and I'm playing games, right? I like my PS3. That's my relax time. Or if it's really nice out, well, Stephen knows what I do. I go fishing, right? Why? Because I can, right? I don't have a boss. I am the boss, right?
Right.
So, I've seen Stephen do that. He's shown his pictures of, the 4-pound bass that he likes to throw in my face. So that's why I told him I'm going to come down and visit him probably early in next year, and we're going to go fishing for some bass. We may even do a hangout from the boat. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
That'd be kind of cool. So, Joanne, let's go over to you and let's get your feedback on what we've covered up to now about everything. Okay. So give us some feedback from yourself there, dear.
Okay, well, we talked about a lot. Carl, when you're saying in the beginning about scams and, oh, this business is a scam, well, it's truly, it's up to the affiliates, and how you promote your business is also, I believe, what the type of results you're going to get. So if you're promoting that, well, I'll do all the work for you and, just like sit back, you can get spillover, like that, those don't work. And it's just a promise, just somebody saying something, whatever, to get a sale. And I absolutely, totally agree with that. Now, I know with you, like and I've been offering this too, like you'll pay for 3 months of traffic. Well, and also too, I believe it's really important that if you're going to say something in your marketing, you need to do it. You need to follow through and follow up, and because if you don't, people are going to find out, and then it's going to be a really bad situation. And also, and I know network marketing, affiliate, you buy anything online, anything at all, even in the offline world, there's always some sort of, I'll call it just terms and conditions. There's different words for it, and you always want to read the fine print, because especially if you buy a product and you're marketing it, it'll give you stipulations sometimes, depending on what it is, about how you can market it, how you can promote it. I know especially network marketing, and you always want to read that, and you always want to follow through, because if you don't, you can get kicked out of the company or have your account shut down, whatever. And you don't want to do that, because you're in a business to make money, right? So yeah, and I when I took responsibility for myself and my business, and if I didn't learn it from my sponsor, I went on YouTube, or I was looking at, I bought in courses. My sponsor didn't show me how to do this or do that. Well, whose responsibility is it to figure it out? It's mine, because it's my business. And just go on YouTube, or there's free information on there you can look, or just network with people, ask questions, and they'll be happy to tell you, or be able to point you to a resource, or even, hey, this course costs money, but to me it's money well spent. It's your education. People, like, they go to university and they spend thousands of dollars, and always invest in yourself, whether you're learning a new skill or a mindset or whichever. It's always important to invest in yourself, because you are your greatest asset. What else? There's something else. I want to talk about it's true. People do watch you. I'm now over 1,000 friends, and I have my follow button on, so it's like 260 this morning when I checked in. I was like, it's just, so yeah, and always, always want to follow up with people. So you send them, you talk with them, and you send the information. You always want to follow up, of course, and you always want to be professional. And if they have any questions, of course, you want to answer them. And so yeah, that's about it, Carl.
Okay, well, thanks for that. I actually want to add one thing to that before we go to Suzanne. Another thing that you're going to find in a lot of programs are these, what they call upsells. Okay, upsells is very common in a business. Like for instance with affiliate products, you're going to go in and you'll buy a product. Let's say they say the product is $29. Okay, so you're going to go in there and then you're going to find out, well, that's for the basic version of it. And then you can either upgrade for $49.95, you can go to this one, and then for another $79.95, you can go to here. But if you want to get the elite package, it's $179.95. And people go, why do people do that? Okay, because it's options. That's why. Now, every one of us gets upsold in our everyday life. When you go and buy cable TV, okay, your basic cable might be $29.95 a month. But if you want to get all the additional movie channels and stuff, well, it's an extra 10, or it's an extra 20, or it's an extra, and next thing you know, the bill's at $129.95 from $29.95. Okay? Do you complain about that? Probably. Do you get it anyways?
All the time.
Yeah, you do. Okay? I know, I'm one of those guys. I'm going, man, I wish I wouldn't have to pay for this, but you know what? I want these channels, right? So I go and I get them. Okay? Now, let's talk about clothing. Okay? Let's talk about clothing. Okay? You go to Walmart. Okay? Walmart has their basic clothes section, and then they'll have the, I don't know, George section or whatever, and these are all the designer clothes, and they start going up. Then you can, you got the different stores out there. You got Walmart, or you can go to Marshall's, or you can go to Penny's, or any of these other. Every store has there's updates, and you could go to I don't know, for the ladies, I'm guessing you could probably go to Victoria's Secret, and you go to Victoria's Secret, and then they have your basic bras, and then they got your, I don't know, gold-plated ones or whatever, right? So, it all depends on what you want, right? It's the same thing like us when we go to the fishing stores, okay? Steven, You know, we go to there and they have their basic fishing rods for, I don't know, $49.95, and then they can have their St. Croix that are up at, I don't know, $249.95 or something, right? It all depends on what you want. They give
Well, you
people
can go to restaurants too.
What's that?
Restaurants upsell you all the time.
Restaurants. You know, I mean, how many times have you sat down and you looked at a menu and you go, okay, I'm going to get this. Well, you know what? We could get you this here, or we could add on this, or you could add on this for an extra something, or, you know, or we have this basic bottle of wine you can get right here, or you can get this really, really good one we just brought in. It's only like $49.95 more, right? I mean, come on. Everybody upsells. It's a part of life. That's how companies survive, okay? So don't get pissed off if people are trying to upsell you in things. There's a simple way to fix that. Does anybody know what that is? Say no, right? Say no. That's how you fix it.
But if they got you in the store, man, and online, now you're like you can't back out because you've now committed to the $29.95 thing, and they said in order to get the real benefit, you got to spend $200. So that.
Well, you know what? I've been a victim of that many times, and so has Steve. I've gone to my favorite fishing shore. Like I've gone to like Pro Bass outlet. You know, I've gone to you guys got that down there, I think, right? Pro Bass or Bass Pro or whatever it is. Right?
Bass.
I've gone into there, and I've gone into a few of the other stores up there, and they sit around and they go, you know, you could get this, but you know what? You'd be way better off if you went and got this, right? You go into an electronics store. Oh, I'm looking for a basic computer. Can you help me? Well, yeah, we've got this one here, but if you really want to get, you might want to go here, and you might want to add this on, you know, and then you want to get this malware, and you know what? That's what happened when I bought my computer. I started at $1,700 and finished at $2,200. Right? It happens. Right? I've gone into all kinds of places that I get sold all the time on things, you know, like electronics things. Like I've gone in and done this. Like when I went and bought my PS3, they had a basic PS3 that came with no games and all that. And they go, well, why would you pay that? But for $49.95, you can get this, plus you can get 2 more games, and you can get all that. So I went and I bought that. They sold me on the upsell. Okay? Why? Because that's how people make money. It's all a part of business. I'm a sports card collector. When I went to my sports card guy, I have, you know, I'm going in, I'm just going to buy a box of Upper Deck. I go in there, right? And I'm in there and I'm talking to him, and next thing you know, he sold me a friggin' case. Right?
Right.
So from buying a box of cards for $100, I end up walking out of there spending $900. Right?
Right.
They're good at what they do. And
But
the thing is, everybody has the ability to say no. So don't get pissed off at anybody when they try to upsell you. You know, if you go and you buy a product and it's $49.95, that product works. I know, because I bought them. You know, and then they have the other ones where they have the all done for you systems or whatever. You can buy for an extra $300.
Right.
Well, if you want to buy the all done for you system, then go buy the all done for you system, so you don't have to do anything. But the simple system where you got to do the work will work exactly the same way. It's just a lot more work. That's all. So, do you want easy or do you want hard?
Now I want
you can say no.
197 to start off, and that's it.
You know, this is the thing that I'm trying to get people to understand, is that, you know, you don't have to say yes to everything. Okay? When you're doing your marketing and you're wanting to go out there and provide value. Like me, I give away things for free. I give away my one-on-one sessions for free. If somebody comes to me outside my business and wants that from me, that's $250 an hour, because they're taking me away from my business. Okay? So I can either give it away for free or I can charge for it. Okay? And if people don't think it's worth $250, then don't ask for it, because that's what the price is. Right? So, you know, just like with each and every one of you on here, you have something of value that you can offer. You know, as a member of my team, you can offer my services. You can offer my training platform. You can offer that. If you're not a member of my team in IBK, you can't offer my one-on-ones, but you can offer my training system that is available to you in the back office. It's there. So you have value that you can use. Okay? You just don't get certain things that is specific to my own team. But in anybody in IBK, my training system's in the back office area. You can offer that as an incentive. The resources I have on there as an incentive. Because most of these people out there probably don't know about these resources. But they're available to you, and you can use that as a selling feature. Okay? If you know somebody else out there, I don't know if Alicia Walsh or Billy Brady or Lindsay Davis or any of those guys have these kind of things too, and you remember their downline, ask them. You know, maybe Lindsay or Alicia do one-on-ones. Maybe they'll offer that as an incentive for you to be selling your IBK. Talk to them. I don't know. Who knows what they'll offer? Okay, I can't speak for them, but you never know what they have to offer. You know, the one thing about this business online is that you have to be able to offer something that is more valuable than what somebody else is offering. And that's going to be the difference between you getting the sale and them getting the sale. If you're just out there selling IBK like everybody else is and just selling the straight IBK system, well, then that's heavy competition, okay? And that's where you're sitting into, and you have to live with that. And that's where you are. You're competing against her. But if you have anything, even if you have, I don't know, maybe you got an ebook on how to catch trout or something. Maybe you'll find a fisherman that will go, you know what, I haven't caught a trout in 5 years. Can I get that book from you? Well, yeah, if you buy IBK, I'll give you that book, right? You see, you don't know. I mean that was a stupid example, but you know.
That's the book I got. All right, I'll sell that.
But you know, the point I'm trying to make is that, you know, if you have something of value, you know, I mean, Tom, you live in New York City, right?
Yeah.
You could say, you know what? If you join my team and you come to New York City, I'll give you a free tour of all the best spots that there are and show you the sites.
Right.
You know, that's something that you wouldn't have to pay for. Right? See, that's something you wouldn't have to pay for. You know, Steven, you know, join my team, and if you're ever down in California, come with me. I'll take you out bass fishing. We'll catch some 4-pounders. Right? You know, you see, Suzanne, you're in Scotland. If you come over to Scotland, you know, I'll teach you, I don't know, how to Scottish dance. I don't know, whatever you do. Like, you know,
the Loch Ness Monster.
The Loch, oh yeah, I'll take you out on the Loch, and we'll go look for the Loch Ness. You know, you don't have to go and rent a boat or a tour. I'll take you out myself, right? You know, Joanne, I don't know what you can offer. I'm just, you know, come to Edmonton. I'll take you to West Edmonton Mall and show you the sights and whatever, right? There's always something that you can make as an incentive to somebody, okay? So, you know, think about that. You guys could even go out, and this is another thing. You know, Tom, you could spend a half a day going out there and doing some, with your camera or something, film some of the sites, some of the main sites that maybe people wouldn't see in New York, and hand that out as a, you know, as a gift to somebody.
Right.
You know, Steven, you could give some tips on how to catch bass. You can send them to me because I really want to know. So, you know, you could do that, right? So that, you know, there's all kinds of things. You just have to think. Just be very creative on what you can give as something of value that's more than what the next person is giving. You know what I mean? That's how you get an upper edge in this industry. You've got to be very creative on what you're doing. Just be consistent on what you're doing, but always that. I mean, you guys have seen my pages, what I offer. You know, you get IBK and you get all this stuff. Plus, you get this, and I give out the free traffic, and I do all this kind of stuff. That's my incentive. Maybe that's why I'm making more sales than others. I don't know. I think that's probably why. Because I'm giving more value for what they're buying. You know, in my opinion, my stuff, I value my stuff more than what IBK is worth. Okay? And that's what they get on top of that. I mean, a one-on-one session with me whenever you need it. Joanne, how many have we had? Suzanne, how many have we had? Stephen, how many have we had? Tom, how many have we had? Not just one.
No.
Okay. We brainstorm all the time. I do that with everybody. As a matter of fact, I've done that one-on-ones with people who are not in my downline. Not that I'm encouraging that, but I have done that on occasion for some people. Okay? You know, when you add value, you build credibility as well. Okay? And in this industry, it's all about value and credibility and everything else. So, you know, don't devalue yourself. Each and every one of you that's on this panel, anyone who's listening to this, you're all worth more than what you think. Okay? You all have something of value to offer. Just be a little creative about it.
Yeah, it's also all about the follow-up and the caring. They want to see that they're not going to be left alone when they purchase the product. They want to know that they have a support system. And we have the Skype group, we have the Facebook group, we have, like you said, the one-on-one training. All those things come together bring that people in because they want to see that they're not just buying a product, but they're buying you and what you have to offer as well.
Yeah. Well, Rodney, who just joined me the other day, we got on a phone conversation, and he was telling me the only reason he decided to go with me is because of my videos that I put out, and that I was consistent, and that I actually picked up the phone when he called. Okay? So, you know, this is the one thing that is lacking heavily in the industry, is everybody wants you to join them, but nobody wants to talk to you. And, you know, this is why I will make 10 times more sales than anybody else out there that doesn't talk to anybody. As a matter of fact, I've had people come to me and join me when other people actually contacted them, and they came to me and bought from me instead, because I actually picked up the phone and I had a conversation with them and I gave them value. These other people that don't want to pick up the phone and stuff like that, if anybody out there is telling you you don't have to talk to anybody in this industry, they're not making any money. They're not. Okay? So they're lying to you. And they probably want your sales, is what they want. Okay? So don't believe anybody when they tell you that you don't have to talk to anybody in this industry, because I'm telling you right now, the last 5 sales I made were because I picked up the phone and talked to somebody. Okay? As a matter of fact, most of the sales I've made in IBK are all because I got them on the phone. Skype is my #1 closing tool. I close 99% of my business on Skype. Okay? Because the first thing I tell people to do is, what? What did I tell each and every one of you guys? Add me to Skype. Let's get on a call. Suzanne, I talked to you that way. You'd already been in IBK. You're already in underneath somebody else in IBK. And you came into my other business, okay, because I talked to you. And now I'm showing you how to make money with both IBK and the other business. Because that's what we do. Okay? I work with anybody to help them make sales in anything that they're in. Okay? IBK is a very powerful tool. Start using it for the value that it is. Start offering whatever you can to people, because you guys are leaving money on the table, okay? And someone is going to get it from you if you leave it there. So, I don't know, is there anything else you guys want me to cover before we close this off?
No, I think, Carl, we covered just about everything as far as you know, what we should be doing. It's really being personal and following up with the people and just being consistent, doing the right thing, and changing up our copy on our posting and varying the times of the posting during the day as we can, and pretty much it, following up.
Yeah. Just don't sell people. Sell the value. Sell the value. Sell the value of you, of the product, and everything else. Don't sell the product. Okay? So I don't know if that makes sense to you out there, but just don't sell the product. Sell the value of the product. And that's what's going to get people buying from you.
Oh, Carl, I have a quick question. Like we've talked about, like, you know, like selling value and being consistent, but because you talked about marketing season coming up, is there anything specifically that people can do to prepare for it that we haven't talked about today?
You know what? Really not. It's just a matter of now is the time. If you haven't been consistent, be consistent now, okay? Because people are going to be watching very, very closely to who's making money online, who's consistently advertising, and who is staying on track and on focus, okay? I mean, I've seen even with some of the IBK people that are out there, and I don't know how well they're doing in sales, but you know, I've seen lots that are promoting IBK, and then they're over to another program, and then they're over to another program, and they're even confusing me because I'm seeing them promote too many things all at once. Now, some people might say, well, Carl, you're promoting two things. I was promoting two things. I was promoting IBK, and then I was promoting my travel business. Now what do, Suzanne? I promote them together. You're on mute. You're on mute, Suzanne. So.
She's not saying anything. That's why.
Oh, but you know, I promote them together, and that's what you want to do. You know, if you're involved in anything else that's out there, bundle your IBK with your other program. Sell them together. You know, if you're in, I don't know, I'll use an example. If you're in, like, say, Bitcoin or Genice or whatever, however you pronounce that, or I don't know, any other kind of business out there. I'm just trying to throw out some as examples. You know, one is a product that you're doing. The other one is a tool to market that product. So bundle them together. You know, when I'm selling now, people are thinking, oh, money's an issue. Money is not an issue, trust me. I now sell IBK with my travel program, and everyone knows that it's $496. Not $197 anymore. It's $496, because that's what the cost is of both my programs. And I tell people, you don't have the money? Well, thanks for stopping by. Have a great day. It's that simple. You know, and believe it or not, I have more people actually connecting with me and wanting to come into my business now than I did before. Why? Because I'm doing a weeding process. Tell people how much it is. Don't be scared to tell people how much it is. Tell them. This is how much it is. Weed out the tire kickers. Weed them out. Okay? True. You want to have people, if they come and say, well, how much? I just told you how much. That's how much it is. Is there a discount? No, no discount. Okay? Is there any other way to come in? No, there isn't any other way. This is the way, $197 or whatever it is that you're going to sell it. That's what it is. That's how you come in.
Yeah. Well, to ask the question, I put it down at $197, but you can make $150 over and over again. I kind of combine it.
You know, tell people what it is so they know up front. This is what it is. $197 one time, no other expenses. You know, other than, I tell people, other than maybe an autoresponder if you don't have one. I don't use one. I don't use one anymore. I make more sales without my autoresponder than I did with them. Actually, I lose money with my autoresponder because my list is stupid. I keep paying every month for a non-responsive list. Because, you know, again, you know, this is just my own opinion on this, but people will fill out your form just to get to the other page.
Right.
That's all they want to do is get to the other side. They want to see what's there. And if they don't like what they see, then they're out. And if they don't opt out, then they're just not responsive until they do. And what you do is you end up building this list up every month, and whoever you're with, whether it's AWeber or GetResponse or whatever, guess what happens? Their charges go up every month as you get more and more people. I know a guy who has almost 100,000 people in his database, and he's spending like $5,000 a month with, you know, paying for a list that isn't always responsive. I don't know about you. I love my money way too much to give it away, right? AWeber loves everybody for that, you know. I mean, I pay AWeber, I don't know, $50, $60 a month for my list, and I've made one sale in the last 3 months from my list. Is it worth it? Not sure. I'm almost ready to terminate it, right?
See when you hear marketers saying it's all on the list, right? They're saying that you've got to build a list up over years and years and years. So when you're saying you don't use AWeber to build a list,
it all depends. It all depends. Like, I'm not saying your lists are useless. It all depends on what they're looking for at that time. Maybe what you're promoting and maybe what I'm promoting is not what they're looking for. Maybe if I was promoting something else, I might make a sale to it. Like, when people say it's in the list, a lot of these guys are affiliate marketers. So they're constantly selling different affiliate products every single week. And at some point in time, someone's going to go, oh, I got to have that. Next thing you know, they make 100 sales off of that product.
Yeah.
And then they may promote another product next week and not make one. Right? So it all depends on what it is you're putting in front. If you've got a travel company or a nutrition company or something, and they're not interested in that, they're not going to act on it. Okay? It doesn't matter how many times you put it in front of their face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if they're a vegetarian and you keep throwing burger stuff in front of their face, they're not going to buy it. It doesn't matter how many times you put it there. They're vegetarian. They're not going to buy a burger. Right? So, you know, this is the one thing you have to understand with lists, is that in order for lists to be active, they have to have the right thing put in front of them that they want to buy at that certain time.
Yeah.
So, you know, if I was doing more affiliate marketing and stuff, I might have a better responsive list than what I have. But right now, my list isn't as responsive to what I'm marketing, because my list is a little bit old. Because when I first had my list, I was marketing something else.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm marketing something else.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not responsive to that because they just don't care about it. You know? Maybe if I was marketing toothpaste, they'd all buy it. I don't know. Who knows? Right? So it's hard to say. But, you know, I'm not saying that lists are bad. I'm just saying that, you know, if your lists aren't responsive, it's probably because they're not interested in what you're pitching them.
Yeah.
You know? But, again, there's always things like JVZoo or ClickBank or ClickShare. You can go in there and grab those products and post it out, and you might make sales on them. As a matter of fact, you probably will, you know, because they're different tools and stuff. Mm. I've made sales selling some of the affiliate products that I recommend, okay, to my list. I've sold a lot of stuff that way, right? So it's just that some of my network marketing stuff they're not interested in. So just understand that. So I wanted to clarify that.
Cool.
But anyways, if there isn't anything else, I think we'll call this to a close, because I got to go and eat something because I got another hangout in an hour.
Yeah, lunchtime here too.
So thanks, guys, for hanging out with me today, putting up with me. I know I spoke most of the day like I usually do with everything, but hopefully anyone listening in got some good value out of what I shared today. And, you know, just go out there and make some money. Just go and be persistent and consistent on everything. Give some value, add more value, whatever it is you can think of, add more value, you'll make more sales. So with that said, have a good day, and we'll see you back here, I guess, next Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Carl.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.